Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 3rd, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday evening. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Beryl, which is still a major hurricane with winds of 140 miles per hour. And it's heading, and it is right now, it is currently moving slowly away from Jamaica after leaving some destruction behind, and now it's heading for the Cayman Islands, then to the Yucatan. Forecast for your Thursday and Friday. Also the watches warning advisory map currently. Storm predictions day, and also the 7-day rainfall totals as well. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's go and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here is major Hurricane Beryl. That's why the island got blasted with heavy rainfall and lots of gusty winds. This system here, the Cayman Islands here, that is making a run for you guys, so you will start to feel tropical storm and hurricane conditions in your regions as well. Alright, let's see if we can get some information from the National Hurricane Center. See if we can get to the take a look at the forecast track. Coming up. Still remains a major hurricane into tomorrow, 2 p.m. to Thursday afternoon. It's a regular hurricane, Category 2. Category 2 when it slams into the Yucatan Peninsula. As you can see, we have hurricane warnings around Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, the eastern side of the Yucatan Peninsula. We have tropical storm watches in effect to the south. The blue is tropical storm warning there as well. Storm warning. Doing exactly what I said it would do. A couple videos ago, I said it would become a hurricane once again in the Gulf of Mexico. National Hurricane Center going along with that idea, and it will track toward the northeastern Mexican coast and also South Texas, where I've been projecting it the whole time. Should be going. The computer model takes it into this area and brings it up into central Texas, and then it should move on off to the east northeast later on down the road. Alright, here's the center of the storm. If you're tracking it at home, it's located near latitude 17.5 north, longitude 77.6 west. Max sustained winds are 140 miles per hour with higher gusts. Moving to the west-northwest at 20 miles per hour, and is classified as a major hurricane with winds greater than 110 miles per hour. Alright, let's take a look at the. As you can see, here is the current position of the storm right south of Jamaica. There it is heading toward the Yucatan Peninsula, moves it into the Gulf of Mexico and into South Texas. If you want to turn it to the west, these are the outliers, pretty much going into northeast Mexico, South Texas, and eventually it should, like I said, it should get caught up with a cold front later on down the road and push it off to the east. Alright, intensity guidance of this system. As you can see, we got about 120 knot winds equal to 140. Right now it's still category 4. You can see the trend begins to fall as it continues to weaken as it moves into the northwestern Caribbean Sea, then across the islands of the Yucatan Peninsula, and then back into the Gulf of Mexico, where some of the models still shows into a hurricane, and I'm still expecting that to occur. Alright, that's your tropical update on Hurricane Beryl. Here's your local forecast now for the lower 48. Alright, you can see we got thunderstorms and showers from up here from South Maine, all the way through portions of New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State, down into portions of North Carolina, northern South Carolina, down into Florida, Florida Keys. As you can see, there's Beryl moving into the southern portion of the picture, right behind that logo there. Shower and thunderstorms ranging from Louisiana to Texas, all the way to northwest New Mexico, portions of the Gulf of California, North Texas, stretching all the way through Nebraska to the Dakotas, back into Montana, right along the Canadian-U.S. border. Alright, in the red slashed areas, across portions of Oklahoma and the portion of Missouri and Illinois, and again from Wisconsin back into the Dakotas, some heavy rain flash flooding, and also we have some severe weather across portions of Missouri, and again up towards Minnesota, Wisconsin, and also Iowa region as well. Also in the portions of Oklahoma and Kansas also. Alright, otherwise dry high pressure in charge of much of Canada, the western U.S., portions of the Gulf of California, South Texas and New Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula. You will get hammered by that Hurricane Beryl. Also Jamaica, Cuba may get some rain showers as well. Also through the Carolinas and portions of Georgia, dry weather there. Portions of Maine and the Newfoundland and New Brunswick area as well. All of this activity is for your Independence Day. In fact, happy 4th of July, everyone. This is your forecast for Independence Day. Alright, now let's move on to your Friday forecast. As you can see, we got thunderstorms and showers from Maine, all the way through the Carolinas, down into Florida, Florida Keys, back to Texas, to northwest New Mexico, and Mexico area as well, also toward Nebraska. Same again over in southeast Canada, stretching through the Great Lakes, all the way over to the Dakotas and Montana, and also across south areas of Canada as well. Otherwise, our high pressure is in charge of much of Canada, western United States, portion of the central U.S., also portion of the Gulf of California, South Texas and New Mexico. There goes Tropical Storm Beryl moving across the Yucatan Peninsula. Also, we have more, and dry high pressure will be back in charge of Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, also in the portion of the eastern Carolinas, back up to New Brunswick and Newfoundland as well. All of this activity is for your Friday, July the 5th. Alright, let's move on to the watch and warn advisory map. Alright, you can see here we have a lot of heat advisories stretching across the portions of the mid-Atlantic, also down into the south. We got some around portions of D.C., also toward Maryland and Virginia. Same again over toward West Virginia and also in Ohio, down to Kentucky, Tennessee, through Georgia, South Florida, the Florida Panhandle, also into Alabama, and back into Texas as well. Also stretching over to Oklahoma and also into Missouri. We have sets of heat warnings in effect for you guys in portions of Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas, and portions of Oklahoma. And again over here in portions of Washington, Oregon State, Southern California, Nevada as well, and also Utah. Got some red flag warnings there as well. Says of heat watches in effect for portions of Montana, Idaho, Oregon State, and also Nevada, with heat advisories also in the orange from Washington State, all the way down into California, Oregon as well. We have severe thunderstorm watches, warnings in effect from portions of South Dakota through Nebraska, Kansas, also in the eastern portions of Colorado. Also, we have some air quality alerts in Colorado, flood watches in effect for you guys in Illinois, the Missouri to Kansas, flood warnings in the darker green there as well. Alright, we have some tropical storm force down here in the Caribbean Sea. Small craft advisory from portion of Washington State down to California, Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. South side got some gale warning, got some flood advisory for coastal areas. Same around Alaska. Wind advisory inland. Special weather statements to the west. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center. This is your severe weather outlook for your Thursday. We have a marginal risk from over here near Baltimore to Washington, D.C., down to Merritt, Richmond, Virginia, to Charleston, West Virginia, to Amarillo, Texas, also to Fort Steele, all the way up towards Sioux Falls, and also towards portion of Minneapolis, Minnesota region. You're in the slight risk. Same from Jefferson City to Kansas City to Tulsa to Springfield. Slight risk of severe weather. Tornado probability 2% in the green areas. Winds 5% in the brown from Minneapolis to Amarillo to Washington, D.C. 15% from Tulsa to Springfield to Kansas City and Jefferson City as well. Large hail, pretty much 5%. If you're in Minneapolis to La Crosse and portions of Iowa as well, you're in the 15% risk area for large hail. Alright, rainfall totals. As you can see here is the rainfall total. You can see that model sniffing out the precipitation off of Beryl coming into northeast Mexico, stretching over into Texas and Louisiana, a little bit in Mississippi and Alabama, a little bit in Georgia and Florida. We got some more activity, heavier precipitation over portions of Oklahoma, stretching all the way into the portions of the Great Lakes, northeast. Heavier amounts also in effect. Also here from New York State to the Carolinas as well. And also the model sniffing out something else in the tropical Atlantic, so we'll have to continue to monitor that as well. Western U.S., you look pretty dry, and the green is the lighter amounts of precipitation. Alrighty, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video, so have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday evening, folks, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got.